Fun fact 121. So, this is supposed to be writing ideas, but um, I think I'll just talk a little bit about writing. I meet people who want to connect with me to help them with writing. I'm working on 8 stories 4, which is 8 short stories. I have 3 other books. There's 8 stories, 8 more stories, and 8 stories 3. And now I'm working on 8 stories 4. I have some stories that are maybe 2, 3, maybe even 4 stories that are gelling. But the other 4, 5, 6 stories aren't really gelling. And I've been avoiding working on it. Yes, I have. And then the other day I just sat down and I just needed to write. And I was reading, I know I talked about it last time, but I was writing about love, and I've been driving in the car, and I just all of a sudden went, have I ever really loved at the level that I know I feel love? And it's hard to describe, but like I did love my ex-husband. I did love the people that I dated in some way, but I think in some ways I loved their potential. I loved who they were, but maybe not necessarily who they were with me. Um, but I did love, and I have loved people. I have loved animals. I love the ocean. I really do. That feeling of love of, I don't know. I felt overwhelmingly love about people that I never really had relationships with. And I've expressed being in love to people who were not with me, which is fine. Because people have expressed feelings about me which I could not return to. So it happens. But I'm wondering if I've ever felt that reciprocal love and really felt love for somebody. And I wrote this whole thing, and it's pretty interesting, but I talked about my daughter, but it's a different type of love, and there are different types of love. But I started out this, it's like a lot of pages. It's called Love. And I was trying to remember when I was writing it when I really felt I loved and and that I was loved back. And I think we throw that word around really carelessly in a lot of ways. And I appreciate a lot of people, and I have that love for a lot of people. But to really, I think I've loved people maybe that they were not who they said they were. And so I never really loved them because they were never that person. Um, I love feeling cuddled and safe and protected and cherished and prioritized. But in the end, I found out that that's really not what was happening. And that's why I had these feelings of disconnect and doubt that this person really loved me. And I think I wanted to love them. And so I tried really hard, but I didn't really. And so I have this whole thing that I wrote about fleshing out love. I'm not going to read you all the pages. It's a lot. You can hear them turning. But the last sentence that I wrote here, I'll read that too. And then I started a new story today. I didn't get too far, but I said, perhaps I have truly never felt love or given love. Perhaps I don't really know what love means for humans. I do know what it means to me, and I won't settle for less anymore. And I think that, like most of my life, that's what I've been doing. And I think part of that was, I don't know if it was I didn't deserve love, but that a lot of people love me for the wrong reasons, I think. Um, and then I said, I will try to love myself better and build my own bridge and hold my own hand. Because I think before I talked about, maybe I should do that one. See, let me do this, but I'm reading it backwards. How's that? Or at least parts of it. What have I been waiting for? This is another paragraph, but you don't know what happened before this. Okay. Why have I accepted less than what I wanted? Why do I deny what I want? I did try a few times, but it was as if my timing really sucked, and it does most of the time. My heartfelt truth was denied, so I thought again, I don't deserve my dreams. So I must have talked about not deserving dreams. Maybe just dreaming is all I can have in this lifetime. Just a fantasy of a life I wished for, a world I wished for, not anything real. That is painful, and tears come to my eyes. But what is it? My handwriting is terrible. But I can let it go, knowing I have to find something to hold on to, no matter how small, like walking across a pond on rocks, trying not to fall, but you will. Some rocks are too slippery, some unstable, some too small, some not even rocks, but tortoise shells that move and take you away from the path. Some are too far away, and some are only reflections of rocks or too under water to see or reach. No matter what you try to find it, no matter what, you try to find a branch overhead to hold on to, or sure footing as others get to walk across the bridge above, or have someone's hand to hold while navigating the current. You, me, fall over and over again, hang on to what I can, and pull myself back up to try again. Little things to hold on to while you fight to breathe. Yeah, I think that's the thing. It's like, have you ever been out and you've seen, or you are one of these people, you've seen a couple, men, women, whatever, they're laughing, or they're holding hands, or they're leaning into each other. They have a dance of love and security and belonging. And so, whatever comes their way, if they have to cross the river, they hold on to each other. And me is like, I'm grasping the air. I'd love a hand to hold, but it's not just the hand, it's the soul. And and maybe I'll never find that. And maybe we never do. I don't know. Maybe it's like my roommate daughter says, temporary refuges. And I guess I'm not willing to settle for that. I've had temporary refuges and I feel like I've learned, but sometimes they've hurt me more than what they were worth. And I gave them so much more than what they deserved. I don't know. I could have it wrong. It's possible. Always trying to learn and grow and work things out. So my writing is a big reflection of all that, but I found some some poetry and some other beginnings of stories that maybe it will gel and I'll be able to get out 8 more stories. But I was telling somebody the other day, she was talking about she's writing and she could use some help with that. And I said, the main thing is keep writing. Don't stop. Don't stop writing. It's my best advice. If you're a writer and you have that feeling, you have a story you need to tell, there's a lot of different ways to tell stories. But if you feel like writing is your thing, don't stop. And be like me, be poor. Okay. I think that was fun enough for today. Wait, that was strange enough and fun enough for today. So I hope you all have a beautiful day. Hope the sun is shining and the birds are singing and they're dancing on moonlight. Ciao, Bellas.